Hello and welcome to this short tour of the Assyrian PAM user interface. I'm going to show you the typical end user experience to access devices, run tasks and map to applications. I'll start by logging in using my standard user account. This step could have been integrated with a typical MFA identity provider. Once we've pressed the login button, I can see a list of devices and the appropriate access levels that have been made available to my account to do my job. If I want to find a particular device, I use a search tool to search by IP address, hostname or metadata. For this demo, here's a domain controller which grants me different levels of access. I can connect by RDP or Active Directory users and computers with any of the admin accounts shown on the right hand side. We could use a local account, a domain account or role-based access. I'm going to use RDP with a domain account. I accept the terms of use as these have been configured, and the session will be securely established for me. As you can see, the RDP session starts and I can get to work. You can see I've connected as the admin user, even though I didn't know what that account's password was. We can configure sessions to be recorded for both video and keystrokes. I can tell the recording is active because of this camera icon in the menu bar. Note that no agent had to be deployed to do any of this. I'll sign out of this session. Perhaps you have a requirement to only access a specific tool, not the whole desktop. This time I'll select the Active Directory tool. Now I can access the tool without needing to install it on my workstation. With this control, there's no way I can access anything I don't need to. I can go ahead and carry out whatever operations I need in the tool. Now, let's look at using SQL Server Management Studio. I'm going to connect to a SQL Server database using the Management Studio. Studio starts up, and I don't have any access to the OS. As you can see, the credentials were securely injected, and I'm running as the admin. And I can get on with my work. We may want to automate some privileged tasks to reduce risk even further and speed up the work. This is what we call a privileged task. It's usually something repeatable, like running a backup or opening a port in a switch. The same sequence applies. I search for the relevant task, and here are the tasks I'm permitted to run. I'm going to disable an account. Typically, that might have been raised with a first-line engineer who would then log the request and wait for an admin to be available. However, I just enter the name of the account, in this case, disable me. I select the device where the task should run, and Assyrian PAM connects to the device on my behalf and completes the task in about a second. I didn't have access to the system or tool or have long training on how to use them, and I've never had access to the privileged account credentials. That's it for this short demo. If you'd like to learn more, please get in touch.